To all of you, shame on to all of you. We withdraw our support from you. I will tell you that you are not representing us. Look, it has gotten to that stage when you are chasing a snake will run away. But when you box into a corner, it will face you. Nigerians, we are ready for you.
And I think that Minister is Chief Representative. That's Comrade Joe Ajero there, President of the NLC, with a bit of a smile on his face. We expect that this agreement should, of course, reflect all of the issues.
Following the successful outing of yesterday's strike action by the labor union, which saw to the complete shutdown of key critical government assets like the national grid, which led to the total blackout all over the country, the aviation sector, which shut down in and out movement of planes in the airspace, banks, the medical facility, ASU strike, the proposed Nupen strike action, President Bola Tinubu hurriedly summoned an emergency meeting that would lead to the immediate suspension of the strike by the Nigerian Labour Congress. The negotiation, which was held in the office of the Secretary of the Federation, George Akume, had in attendance the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, and the Labour Union leaders. The negotiation centered on discussing the tripartite agreement and the minimum wage. After a successful negotiation with the Labour leaders, the following resolution was arrived at: that the President Bola Tinubu will further increase the minimum wage above the proposed 60,000 naira. That the tripartite committee on the minimum wage will meet every day for 1 week to discuss and agree the best wage structure that is higher than the proposed 60,000 naira. That the Labour Union will converge a meeting of its organs immediately to consider the new proposal of the federal government. That no worker will be victimized as a result of the industrial action. Now, the resolution in that meeting is sketchy. It has not been made public, but I believe it's in the best interest to the Nigerian workers and close to what the Nigerian Labour Union has in mind, because from what it has been seen in that video, they are signing the agreement and they are going to discuss it with the other organs to see if it will be accepted by all and sundry. Now, be it as it may, I am happy with this strike. This is one of the best strike action that has been carried out in many years. Unlike other strike action by the NLC, which was not successful due to many members not joining the strike, this one has proven to be a successful and effective as almost all the NLC members joined the strike. Everyone is seeing shege. Don't be surprised to see security agencies joining the strike if the resolution is not in the favor of the Nigerian Labour Congress. The truth is, people are seeing hell. There is no cap about it. Nigerians are suffering. The price of food items is out of reach for the common man. 5 tomatoes is being sold for 2,000 naira. A painter of Gary is being sold for 4,000 to 5,000 naira. We are not even talking about the price of rice. These are essential food items within the budget of ordinary Nigerians. Now, these items are out of the reach. I am expecting Nigerians to use this opportunity created by the Nigerian Labour Congress to hit the streets in protest of the self-inflicted hardship on them by the federal government. I've seen many people questioning the outrageous demands of the Labour Union, who are demanding 460,000 naira. Labour demand is called living wage. It's meant to meet the current reality of the economy. Even the federal government recognizes the harsh economic realities. That is why they increased the salary of judges. Some of the judges earn over 4 million naira. The House of Rep members and senators are currently earning the base salary of 2.5 million naira. So, how is 460,000 naira too much for those who are making the money to feed judges and the National Assembly members? How much does these people make or add to the economy? The National Assembly members who were voted by the people to represent them are the ones who are supposed to speak and pass a law to improve the living wage of ordinary Nigerian workers. But they are busy passing laws to change the national anthem. You know why? They are not facing the same hardship that ordinary Nigerians are facing. That is why the strike is very, very important. And I'm happy that NLC is doing the needful. Now take a look at the take home of the National Assembly members. Isn't this outrageous? This is how they are feeding fat off the sufferings of Nigerians. Do you now see that paying workers 60,000 naira is unrealistic? It is cruelty. Even 100,000 naira is very small compared to what these men and women are taking home on a monthly basis. A single person cannot survive on 60,000 naira in a month in this current administration. Then factor in the family of 2 or 5. The purchasing power of an average Nigerian have been greatly reduced since Tinubu took over office. Inflation is at 40%, the highest and worst in our history. Not to talk about the food inflation, transport, housing, insecurity. I wonder how ordinary Nigerians are suffering in this economy. So you can understand the level of compliance that the labor union got this time around. Now listen to this woman's frustration on the National Assembly members.
All of you, shame on to all of you. We withdraw our support from you and we tell you that you are not representing us. Look, it has gotten to that stage when you are chasing a snake will run away. But when you box it to a corner, it will face you. Nigerians, we are ready for you. All of you that you say you are representing us, your total emolument in a year, just 460 members of the assembly. Only 360. Your total emolument is even more than the salary that put together that the whole workers in the country that are earning. So let us state it that since you are not representing us, since you have already leave us to our fate, since you have jeopardized the issue of the workers, we are withdrawing our services en masse. And we say that from 12 midnight today in Lagos State and across the whole country, Nigeria remain in total shutdown.
They shut down the National Assembly complex, cut out water supply, shut down the Port Harcourt International Airport. Abuja and Lagos International Airports were not left out.
Now you can laugh loud.
This is normal Monday morning, and you can see within the terminal building, which are just small goods to get into it. No activity is happening here. These are all the counters, checking in counters. They are not here. You can see one of the fan offset chasing people out. Mr. Adams, you can see him chasing people out, shouting, telling that lady to go out, that nobody should be found inside. We're only opportune to come inside this morning since we resumed around 5:35. Now they are here. You can see staffs moving around. All the counters empty, and then passengers are outside, and some are already returning back home because they feel that nothing will happen today. All right, thanks, Charles. I'm done.
NUPEM shut down its facility and no tanker was allowed to lift any fuel from the depot. The seaport was equally shut down. For once, I'm proud of what the Labour is doing. If previous Labour leaders like Ayuba Waba has been effective in using protest, strike as an instrument to bring home the demands of the people, Buhari would not have gotten away from all he did. Tinubu would have been very careful with all the harsh economic policies he has churned out since assuming office. This strike is a warning to the president that it is not business as usual. You cannot devalue the naira, remove petrol subsidy, hike electricity tariff, increase import duties, increase the interest rate just to grow the pulse of the government without increasing the living wage of the workers, and you expect them to be silent forever. Now, let me show you how cruel the Nigerian government is to the citizens. They don't want the people to progress. The minimum wage in the 80s was 125 naira and the exchange rate then was 60 kobo to $1. You heard me right, 60 kobo to $1. This amounts to $208 a month. You heard me right, in the 80s, $208 a month. That was the minimum wage in the 80s. Now, when we talk about the minimum wage, we're talking about the lowest that the federal and state government can pay workers. That means some persons were even earning more than $208 per month. Now, look at this. 44 years later, the federal government is proposing to pay workers 60,000 naira. Now, let's factor in the exchange rate of 1,500 naira per dollar. That is about $40. You heard me right, $40. You can see the level of regression. In the 80s, with less inflation, forex exchange, the minimum wage was $208. But in 2024, 44 years after, with the naira devaluation, the inflation sitting comfortably at 40%, food inflation, high transportation, high cost of accommodation, coupled with high unemployment rate, insecurity, the federal government wants to pay workers $40. You heard me right, $40, which is equally 60,000 naira. This is almost 70% reduction. This is totally unacceptable. It shows that our politicians do not have plans for Nigerians. As you can see, whatever the labor union is demanding from the federal government is acceptable, it's realistic compared to what National Assembly members and other political office holders are taking home. It's not going to destroy the economy. Whatever amount they are demanding, the government should pay it. And I hope with this resolution so far, it's going to be in the best interest of the Nigerian workers. Thank you very much for listening. I'll see you in the next video.